Hello, fellow food lovers. I'm Phil Mignon, world-famous gourmet. In my travels, I've sampled some of the most exquisite foods the world has to offer. That's why they've asked me to tell you all about a charming new eatery located right downtown. As, you can see, the atmosphere is lovely. But, of course, the finest attribute of this quaint cafe is the marvelous cuisine.
I'd give my right arm for that secret recipe.
Yes, the chef puts a bit of himself into every succulent dish. Oh, and he's always pleased to serve you to your friends. Shouldn't that be serve you and your friends? No. Your gracious hostess will direct you to your table, where you will dine as if there's no tomorrow. So, breeze on down and don't let anything stand in your way. Oh, this Epicurean haven is called Blood Diner.
You got that right, homo.
So, this is Phil Mignon, saying bon appetit. Oh, Mommy.
The Blood Diner. First they greet you, then they eat you. No one under 17 admitted.
As night falls, a new day begins. A day of unity.
Sometimes a single moment of madness,
Our love will never die.
can last a lifetime.
Come to me, Cynthia. You belong with us. Forever.
She was in a coma for over 13 years. Everyone she knew was killed in the fire.
And sometimes your worst nightmares begin the moment you wake up.
He's in there! He's alive!
Who's alive? I'm waiting, Cynthia. Keep your promise and join us. Or I'll take someone in your place.
He wants us all with him! You're all gonna die!
Can you survive bad dreams? Take a stab at it.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
What was it?
Could be a lot of things.
Yeah?
A coyote.
There aren't any coyotes in England. I'm sorry I'm upsetting you, David, but you don't understand what's going on.
I understand, all right. You're one of the undead, and I'm a werewolf.
Yes, that's right.
David, stop!
I'm going to the police! Jack was right!
Jack is dead!
Yeah, Jack is dead, and 6 people are dead. There's gonna be a full moon tonight. I'm going to the cops!
Oh, be serious, would you?
You can't let them go.
Should the world know our business? It's murder, then. Then murder it is.
Excuse me.
I'm a werewolf.
A werewolf.
Guess what? A naked American man stole my balloons.
What?
Let me through! Let me through!
This summer, if you're planning to go camping, don't. If you're looking forward to midnight swims, don't.
Sneak on back to the campsite. Get some matches. Build us a hot fire.
Don't be long.
And if you're thinking about being with someone where no one can see you, don't. Because this summer, A Legend of Terror isn't just a campfire story anymore.
They say he smashed his way through the bunk room door, just a mass of flames. Burned alive, cried out, "I will return! I will have my revenge!" He lives on whatever he can catch. Right now, he's out there, watching, waiting.
Who's there?
What happened one summer 5 years ago is about to happen again, and again, and again. The Burning. "5 years ago, Stephen King and George Romero, two masters of the macabre, created their hallmark of horror, Creepshow. Many would argue that nothing of significance has happened since. Until now. Maybe you don't get out much.
Oh, this is crazy. This is totally crazy.
Maybe you're always running late.
I gotta go.
Or maybe you just have other things on your mind.
They gotta make me a movie star.
But if you only make it to one scary film all year, make it one you'll remember all year long. Creepshow 2. If you like movies that will keep you stuck to your chair. Stephen King and George Romero have conjured up an all-new Creepshow.
No! That's impossible!
Just for you.
I mean, what is it?
I don't know.
So don't just sit there.
I'm gonna swim for it right now.
Walk. Run. Swim if you have to.
I got you!
But whatever you do, don't take your time. Because the scares come twice as quickly in
I beat you!
Creepshow 2.
A new and inviting desert community.
Violation! This is gonna be a great day.
Filled with kind and loving families.
But I am your stepson.
I know, I was treated you like you was, didn't I?
Oh!
With mature and responsible teenagers. And then, one day...
Did you hear something?
Something odd appeared.
Oh, this is incredible.
Exactly what they are is uncertain.
I'm South American cockroach, Dad. I'm out of here.
Their origins are somewhat hazy.
It's an alien. Maybe an illegal alien.
And while their manner can be quite charming,
He's so cute. Can't we take him out of the bag now?
their habits can be a little bizarre.
Paul, not so rough.
I haven't done anything yet.
Gross.
But you'd better treat them right.
You're not laughing anymore, are you, pal?
Because they're not necessarily nice. Munchies!
Kitty. What is that?
What are they?
You sure that thing's a cat?
Murder? No one kills small tropical fish at live.
I'm on the case!
Just dropped in for a bite. Munchies, starring Harvey Korman, from the creator of Little Shop of Horrors. Munchies.
Hello, it's me, the heavy breather from every horror film you've ever seen. You know me. First I terrorize my victim by the telephone. Then I choose my murder weapon. A gun? Nah, too easy. A hatchet? Nah, I always use a hatchet. For this movie, I want something very frightening and deadly. Then I climb the stairs to surprise my victims. Why do they always live upstairs? This movie's a comedy, so killing's not so easy. Sugarless. The movie's called Student Bodies, so I picked a typical American high school.
This is Mr. Peters, your principal.
Mr. Peters! You're naked!
Yes, Toby. All these years I've been secretly naked underneath my clothes.
Meet the rest of the faculty. The shop teacher, the guidance counselor, the janitor with the IQ of a handball.
What's he doing?
Sex education teacher.
This is totally unnecessary, ugly, and gets in the way.
Your mother?
She also told me that sex was bad and dirty, but only with my father. With everyone else, she said it was great.
I'm into murder myself, and student bodies are going to be everywhere.
Dead bodies downfield. 15-yard penalty.
See Student Bodies, a killer comedy.
It all began in a peaceful community, a place that had never known evil until now. But 20 years ago, in the stillness beneath these waters, something happened. And now, its deadly spawn has been released, coming up from the depths, out into the light. Slugs. First, they got into the water system. Now they'll get into your system.
Oh, my God!
They ooze.
There's something down there that's killing people.
They slime.
We got a new dead body showing up every 10 minutes.
They kill.
We're dealing with a mutant form of slug here, a kind that eats meat.
It has 3 or 4 rows of teeth.
Don't turn on the tap. Don't go in the basement.
No! Get out of it! No!
Steer clear of the sewers. And whatever you do, don't make out while your parents aren't home. Slugs. It may be the most shocking movie you will ever see. Slugs.
What is this place? No one knows for sure. You must not stay here.
Something has been released.
Did you find what you were looking for? Did you expect to find me?
What are you?
Whatever kills us gets in anyway. Nothing we do, no security works.
What's happening to me?
The Keep. The Keep from Paramount Pictures.
They're back.
Let me in. Let me in.
Why the hell won't you leave us alone?
You are gonna die!
Anything can happen when you're alone in the dark.
Are you afraid of the dark? Sometimes. Sort of fun. When I
was a little kid, I was scared to death to be alone in the dark. I always knew that there was something that I couldn't see that wanted to get me.
Hold on. What's the matter now? Did you hear that?
In the closet.
Oh, my God.
Or outside the window. The worst thing of all is the thing under the bed.
Billy!
It isn't real.
This is a very serious situation.
I know that we're all a little on edge here tonight, but let's take it easy, okay? I mean, this is an old house. There are all kinds of sounds.
Starring Jack Palance, Donald Pleasance, Martin Landau, Dwight Schultz, Erland Van Lith. Alone in the Dark, from New Line Cinema.
Herbert West is at the top of his class in medical school.
How can you teach such drivel? These people are here to learn, and you're closing their minds before they even have a chance. What are
He's brilliant, but a little weird.
I've broken the 6 to 12 minute barrier. I've conquered brain death.
His experiments have always been unorthodox.
It was dead.
But lately, they're getting out of hand. And he's just made a discovery that could wake up the dead.
Herbert West has affected reanimation in dead animal tissue.
What are you thinking? How do you feel?
You? 15 cc's of reagent being administered.
Once you wake up the dead, you've got a real mess on your hands.
Herbert, you're insane! Now what happened? I had to kill him! He's dead? Not anymore.
Herbert West brought a lot of dead people back to life, and not one of them showed any appreciation. H.P. Lovecraft's classic tale of horror, Reanimator.
Mr. West.
You'll never get credit for my discovery. Who's going to believe a talking head? Get a job in a sideshow.
It will scare you to pieces.
Warning. What you will see in the movie Pieces cannot be revealed, cannot be described, cannot even be imagined. And you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. Pieces. It's exactly what you think it is. Pieces. Absolutely no one under 17 will be admitted.
From the beginning of time, a child has always sought the safety and protection of his family. Cameron came from a normal family. Now, Cameron is in danger.
I'm gonna stop it tonight.
I'm so sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins because I fear the loss of heaven and the pains of hell.
Once Cameron's life was secure and comfortable. But while he was in his room, at play, in his closet, Cameron unleashed not only beautiful dreams, but hideous and evil demons. What is inside Cameron's closet?
Get away from there!
And what does it want?
I wanted him gone.
Where did it come from?
You want to know what's in the closet, Sam?
And can it be stopped?
Kill him.
Was it coincidence? Was it an accident?
Cameron, you have to do it. You have to send it back.
I can't stop it anymore.
It's gone too far.
What are you gonna do?
You must kill the boy.
He's gonna kill me next.
I don't want you to be afraid.
Who will be there to protect the world from what is hidden in Cameron's closet?
Leave him alone!
Pray the door stays locked to Cameron's closet.
You know what I can do to you.
Every child is afraid of the dark, the unknown, the nightmare. In Gatlin, Nebraska, that nightmare is in the corn. Stephen King's Children of the Corn.
Praise God! Praise the Lord!
From Stephen King, the author of Carrie, The Shining, The Dead Zone, and Christine, an adult nightmare. Children of the Corn.
I'm here, Lord! I'm ready!
Stephen King's Children of the Corn, an adult nightmare.
In the beginning, God created light. Then God created man, and he gave him 10 commandments. Amongst them, thou shalt not kill. But evil forces arose, ignoring God's commandments, and wreaked havoc on the world.
You like this? It's fun.
Let's go clean them up.
There are times when the laws of God and man must be put aside. Thou shalt not kill, except...
Nobody move. I said no!
Jesus Christ.
No, you're not. You're dead.
The Exorcist, the possession of the human soul. Chinatown, the mystery of the human mind. Now.
Do you know what today is? Today is Wednesday. It's anything can happen day.
My interest in Johnny is only in finding out if he's alive or if he's dead.
You want me to check it out?
Check it out.
Who are you? I'm just a guy who was paid to snoop around. I'm gonna ask you again. Where is he? I don't know.
Harry Angel has been hired to solve more than a mystery.
He's dead, Mr. Angel. And if he isn't, he is to me.
Are you afraid?
Yeah, I'm afraid.
To find more than a killer.
We don't go around murdering people, all right, Mr. Angel?
The Prince of Darkness protects the powerful. You expect me to swallow that?
And it may cost him more than his life.
Some religions think that the egg is the symbol of the soul. Did you know that?
All I know is Johnny's running around bumping off everyone he used to know. And more it's me who's on the line for it.
Johnny Favorite was as close to true evil as she ever wanted to come.
There's death everywhere these days. You killed him. Trying to pin it on me.
The flesh is weak. Only the soul is immortal. Did you kill him? You gotta burn for this, Angel. You gotta burn for this, Angel.
In hell, now.
Harry Angel has been hired to search for the truth. Pray he doesn't find it. Angel Heart. Prepare yourself for the ultimate battle. Galaxy of Terror.
Hell has just been relocated. It orbits a burned-out star at the edge of the galaxy.
They're out there.
It's been waiting 1 billion years to scare you to death. Trapped in a living maze of terror.
What are the odds of us getting out of here?
What are the odds? We lose.
Stranded astronauts Edward Albert and Aaron Moran battle hordes of hideous shadow demons, encounter the razor-sharp living glass, brave the pit of doomed souls, just to discover the only way out is death. Galaxy of Terror. The ultimate horror in space.
Maniac, you can lock your doors, but you can't lock the madman out of your mind. Maniac, it will tear the life out of you.
Hello? Who's that? Oh, hi. What are you doing out in this mess?
1, 2.
You're all doomed.
3.
We weren't doing anything. We were just messing up.
4. 5. 6.
'Must be my imagination.
7.
Can I help you? Hello?
8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Friday, the 13th. You may only see it once, but that will be enough. Friday, the 13th.
death ship. It came out of the night, searching.
Signal him to hold the course.
We have, sir.
Well, signal him again, damn it!
Striking, bringing terror in its wake. Killing all but a few, saving them for the hell aboard the death ship.
This old ship seems to have a life of its own.
Not so bad. We're out of the water. It's a nice day, huh? We can clear this mess up, play a little shuffleboard, get a tan.
Death ship, where evil lives in an endless nightmare. And where those who survive are better off dead. Death ship, your holiday in hell.
In the basement of one of the country's leading medical schools, Dr. Edward Jessup, candidate for a Nobel Prize, is conducting the most dangerous experiment in the history of science. And the subject of the experiment is himself.
Ask him what kind of an experience I can expect.
It's deafening. The noise is deafening.
He's blacked out.
What happens during these blackout periods is you get the feeling of phenomenal acceleration, like you're being shot out over millions, billions of years. Time simply obliterates.
You guys are shooting off with an untested drug that stacks up in the brain and works in the nucleus of the cell, and you don't call that dangerous.
I'm asking you to put the experiment off until we understand a little more in order to minimize the risk.
way.
I'm really frightened. We could be screwing around with his whole genetic structure. Now, how do we stop this?
We've got millions of years stored away in that computer bank we call our minds. We have got trillions of dormant genes in us, our whole evolutionary past. Perhaps I've tapped into that.
He may be onto something that is beyond our own comprehension. Now, because I believe him, I want this thing stopped.
The hell was that? You okay?
If you love me, Eddie, get fired!
This is Eric. Eric Binford.
Double-crossing squealers, both of you.
I go to a lot of movies. It's my thing.
You know what I do to squealers?
Why don't you live in the real world with the rest of us?
If you're so smart, Stella, tell me what James Cagney's name was in White Heat.
Binford he's sick in the head. He's like retarded or something.
Here's to us, top of the world.
I'm a great admirer. I just wanted to meet you.
Happy birthday to you.
I once went to 3 movies every day for a year, and I never missed once.
I can't picture the creature who'd want to marry you. Tell me, who is this unlucky girl?
Marilyn Monroe. Remember, you picked me up hitchhiking. I gave you the whole idea for my movie.
I've never heard of you.
Happy birthday,
Huh? Cut it, Bill!
dear Eric.
What are you looking at, you creep? Bet you didn't know what Adolf Hitler's favorite movie was. Broadway Melody, I bet you didn't know that. And what about Cry of Battle and War is Hell? Where were they playing, huh?
Eric Benford lives for the movies. Sometimes he kills for them too. Dennis Christopher, star of Breaking Away, creates an unforgettable portrait of life on the edge of terror. Fade to Black. Introducing Eric Benford.
Happy birthday, sucker.
Star of the silver screen. Master of disguise.
Well, I think he's calling you out. Hop along, Cassidy. Oh, look at this.
Minister of horror. Now in the ultimate performance of murder.
This is it. It's Hollywood. Can't touch me. Not now.
Fade to black.
All I can tell you is it's wild, it's practically untouched, and you're gonna love it. It's really beautiful.
There is nothing to be afraid of.
They wouldn't have left us up here all night if there wasn't something wrong.
Your friends aren't really missing. They're not really dead. This is just some kind of joke.
What the hell was that?
That thing that's out there, whatever it is, can't be real. It's just your imagination.
I swear I'm not dreaming! I'm not dreaming!
Or maybe, just this once, you're dead wrong.
Once upon a time.
The legend is told in whispers, an unholy tale of an unknown force, alien to this world.
You don't know what you're dealing with, lady.
Without knowing, they have awakened a terrifying evil.
We want to get out of here!
Alone and unprotected, now comes the naked horror. The final terror.
In the distance, the town of Pottsville, Idaho.
Dr. Jones, isn't the dumping of radioactive waste into the aquifer contaminating our drinking water?
Exactly what do you mean by contamination?
A small town, not much different from any other Main Street, USA.
This is the kind of contamination we really have to worry about. It's everybody's responsibility to keep pornography out of this state.
Strange and unexplained events are occurring.
You say your friend was pulled out of the car by some guy in a Boston store. What in the hell is this stuff?
Some people are missing.
Well, the only explanation I have is it's some sort of genetic freak.
But why is it so intelligent?
It's conceivable it can use a higher percentage of its brain, and at the same time be completely psychotic.
The ultimate terror has taken form. And Pottsville, Idaho will never be the same.
Therefore, one must conclude that dumping
nuclear waste into the aquifer does not and will not affect the water.
I have seen the future of horror. His name is Clive Barker. Hellraiser. Beyond any terror you have imagined. A nightmare.
No.
Unlike anything you have witnessed, is born. Because within these walls, the unholy is unleashed. Hellraiser, a film by Clive Barker.
We'll tear your soul apart.
If the memory of Jason still haunts you, you're not alone. Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning.
Severe trauma at age 12. Brutal self-defense, murder of a psychopathic killer. Boy, they've given him every therapy they can think of. It's wonder his mind isn't fried with all the drugs they've given him.
The mindless, murderous fury that was buried with Jason has been reborn.
Pete!
And suddenly, terror has become child's play. Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning.
Last year, audiences everywhere thrilled to a terrifying film about the horrors of home ownership. House. Now, there's an all-new house.
It's like you got some kind of alternate universe in there or something.
With brand new owners.
Charlie. Huh? Got it.
And it's getting weirder.
Look, it's a prehistoric bird. I got you, Jeff! I've seen enough tragedy and disaster to make you want to upchuck in your shorts.
Two friends inherit a fantastic house.
Charlie, there's a jungle in there.
And a 170-year-old mummy.
Surprise! Who is this? You can call me Gramps.
Now, they're in for more trouble than they ever imagined.
You're gonna kick the door open, run in there blindly, and I'll cover you, okay?
Guy with the big gun goes first.
House 2, the second story.
This place gives me the creeps.
It
It's funny. One night you go to bed, and when you wake up, everything is different. Now Brian's acting a little peculiar.
He's like a completely different person. I don't even know him anymore.
Something's gotten into him.
Sometimes everything glows with a different kind of light.
Deep into him.
What are you telling me? That we killed someone last night?
Something bad.
Tacky, Brian. Tacky.
Something slimy.
What are you doing?
Something very,
I know something's happened to you.
very
How is that?
hungry.
You can't keep killing people every time you're hungry.
You're mine now, Brian. I own you.
Gotta get out of here fast. Go where?
You're a wreck, Brian.
Leave me alone!
Whenever you want to stop hurting, you come to me.
Brain damage. It will turn you inside out.
We've got trouble.
Good word.
Right, we're on our way.
Tomorrow, wherever you flux.
What are we gonna do if we're spotted, Frank? Go, Frank!
That real ticket.
Steer it was right all along.
Get down. That's the end of those weekend cowboys. What's up, boss?
You go on. I'm gonna go back and stop those
Bankers.
God's sake, Oz, put that thing down. Let's get in there and hit the leader.
Phantasm, the delusion of a disordered mind. A phantom, a spirit, a ghost. For 10 years, the secret of Perigord Cemetery has remained a mystery. Now, 3 innocent people are about to discover the ultimate evil.
You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
We've got to warn people. This summer, the ball is back. Phantasm 2.
It's only a dream.
It's a dream.
No, it's not. Rated R.
Weekends are a good time to escape to the woods. Unless the weekend begins with Friday the 13th. Because 13 is an unlucky number. But out here, so are 1 through 12. Because these are Jason's woods. And nobody leaves them alive. Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D. Jason, you can't fight him. You can't stop him. And now, you can't even keep him on the screen. Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D. Now, when it comes to killing in Jason's woods, Jason will come to you. Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D. A new dimension in terror. It will scare you. Count on it.
Did you see that?
Like a bolt of lightning, it fell from the sky.
It's crashed. And it's alive. Status. Still dormant, but approaching an active level rapidly.
A top-secret experiment the military's desperate to hide.
Maybe there's something inside.
What's wrong? Project. It's waking up. Stop it. I can't. Designed to kill. But not innocent people. I want you to cordon off that area. I don't want anybody getting through.
Smells like the old government cover-up. It's been ruled an accident.
An accident?
They're off the case.
Now it's multiplying one by one.
We're on to something big, Jerry. I mean big. Where is this thing? We gotta find it. Jesus Christ. Jerry took one of those pods home with him.
Unleashing its deadly terror on everyone and everything that stands in its path.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is it?
To stop the madness, they must risk it all.
Going monster hunting. It's bad news.
Can anything on Earth destroy this deadly invasion? It's time to face your deepest fears. From deep space.
Ever been afraid of a storm? Think everything will be all right in the morning?
Suppose there isn't a morning.
Tonight, in this storm, in this house, you will discover something you've never been afraid of before.
They're alive, aren't they?
Dolls. They want to play with you.
Pleasant dreams.
The carnival's back in town with all your old favorites. The Ferris wheel, the Roundup, the Octopus, beautiful girls, the Spook House, bumper cars, and a special added attraction. It's got ghoulies, too. They walk, they talk, they crawl on their bellies like
reptiles. This place is better than Epcot Center.
ghoulies, too.
It's really scary, mister.
Pull out the carnival hard before they kill again. $1,000 to any man who brings me one alive.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the bathroom, ghoulies too. They'll get you in the end again. Ghoulies too.
In the near future, in the shadow of Saturn's rings, stranded beneath the surface of the barren moon called Titan, scientists find the one thing they never expected
Is anybody here?
was expecting them.
Oh my God!
And suddenly, those who had traveled across the galaxy had run out of space. Creature.
We found someone's collection of life from all over the galaxy, like a child's butterfly collection. Only some of these butterflies are not so friendly. Who wants to keep us here? What's up?
It's open one of the doors.
This thing is using it for food. It's using our own man to kill each other. Now!
Creature. It kills to live, and it lives to kill.
Below the surface of the sea, far, far below, in impenetrable darkness, at unimaginable pressure, no form of life we know could possibly exist. Here, there is only silence, and the crew of Deep Star 6.
6 months at the bottom of the ocean. It's more than I bargained for.
They are explorers.
Let's bring it aboard and get the hell out of here.
What's the matter? You gonna let a few ugly fish scare you?
They are invaders.
Okay, boys and girls, don't try this at home.
In a world which no human being has ever entered.
Sonar contact.
Down here? I'd like to go out and take a look.
Contact closing. 300 meters.
The hell is that?
250.
Look at that mother.
200 meters. 150 meters.
I think we're in big trouble, boss.
100 meters. Get the hell out of here.
Now, they are about to make a startling discovery. Not all aliens come from space. Deep Star 6.
We're gonna have to go back down there.
What if they killed half our crew?
Damn it, there's something in the...
Save your last breath to scream.
Mayday, mayday! Deep Star
from the creator of Friday the 13th, Deep Star 6.
Anybody out there? Can anybody hear us? Mayday, mayday.
There are some prayers which should never be answered.
The canals. They are a passageway into the heart of this international city. Dark and protective, they offer sanctuary to the terror that stalks from their depths. He will surface, kill,
16 stab wounds, at least 8 were fatal.
And vanish without a trace.
4 dead in 4 days. All I know is that something's got to be done.
For the canals now run with blood.
What is it? Depth meter. Standard equipment for a diver.
Martin? Hello. Martin?
They've got to find him, catch him, or kill him, because time is running out. Vestron Pictures presents Amsterdam. This city is murder.
Coming soon. Jolting tales of horror. Creep Show. From the author of Carrie, The Shining, and Cujo. And the creator of Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead. You'll scream at ghastly ghouls. Cringe at weird kids. And shiver at the doings of evil doctors.
This is going to be extremely painful, Mr. Verrill.
Creep Show will grab you, grow on you, and give you the creeps.
No, this is going to be an entirely new experience.
Creep Show, the most fun you'll ever have being scared.
If the future were in your hands.
My daughter's screaming. The house is burning.
Would you change it?
It's not too late.
Touch this man's hand, and you are in the grip of the dead zone.
I've had another episode.
Only the imagination of author Stephen King could take you there. With a power that alters the future lives of those you love.
You want to kill your own son? I want you out of here.
I'm scared, Dad.
Or of those you fear.
I have had a vision that I am going to be president of the United States someday, and nobody, I mean nobody, is going to stop me.
Is it a power for good or for evil?
If God has seen fit to bless you with this gift, you should use it.
Bless me?
You're a devil. Son of a man.
Who are you? Who sent you? I'm scared, sir.
What's happening to me? We're gonna get married. Johnny, don't leave me, please.
Don't you see how clear it all is? Not only can you see the future,
I can change it.
Skeleton! 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 Skeleton!
I was there, I saw it. Put your hand on the scanning screen and you'll go down in history with me.
I saw his face. I stood there. I did nothing.
Johnny!
Stephen King, The Dead Zone.
Sonny, you ever owned a car before?
No. I just got my license.
Start her up. Her name's Christine.
I like that.
I saw you guys at the football game. How'd you ever get that car fixed up like that?
Oh, just plain old-fashioned hard work, huh?
Ever since he bought that car, he's been obsessed with it. And you know what else? They told us the man who owned that car last died in it. What do you know about that car?
I know that the guy who owned the car before Arnie, his daughter choked to death in Christine.
It's that car. I swear it's the car.
How's Christine coming?
Oh, Cherry.
That's funny, you know, because I heard she was total.
Well, after I cleaned up the broken glass, it wasn't so bad.
So what if you fix it up, you know, and he just comes back and does it again?
He won't do it again.
want this car.
Jonathan Miller would never do anything to break the law.
I need the keys. Thank you. Bye.
He is a very fine, very honest gentleman.
Something strange is happening to some ordinary people.
Yeah, that's Jack. Real nice man. What do you do, rob a bank?
He's a law-abiding taxpayer minding his own business. Killed 12 people, wounded 23 more, stole 6 cars, most of them Ferraris. If anybody deserves to go that way, sure in the hell's him.
I've worked homicide for 13 years now.
I have never seen anything like this.
You trying to tell me that she's part of this?
Step out of the car slow.
I want answers, and I want them now.
Explanation won't help you.
I want to know why it takes 15 shots to take down some zoned-out stripper. Why 3 law-abiding citizens all of a sudden go crazy and start killing people.
We talking spacemen here?
Something gets in his way, he kills it. Finds a body, gets inside, uses it to move around.
Try for one on the tire. You think this is easy? Why don't you try?
Bye.
I guess a career in the police didn't really prepare you for this, did it?
The hidden.
You think it's over now? You're wrong.
I don't need this.
Are you tired of the same old routine?
My wife, my
Busting your hump and getting nowhere?
This just ain't my day.
The boss, is he always on your back?
Nice, my ass belongs in your chair, not in your lap, which is where you keep trying to put it, you bastard!
The wife. And the kids.
Is that right?
They never listen.
I hate to see him pissing his life away in them goddamn computers.
Do you ever feel like forgetting the whole thing?
Think I got it easy?
Well, now you can.
I'm talking about life!
Drop out and join the ranks of the few. The filthy. The trash.
I got my own place, a condominium.
Where else can you live for free? And eat for even less? Well, be forewarned. Freedom has its price. Yes, there's always a snake in the Garden of Eden.
What you got for me today? Today? Tenderfly Viper. $1.
Here's to you, pussy. Don't drink my Viper. Watch.
What's the matter? You can't hold your liquor, huh?
Street trash. It's easy to find us. We're all over the place. Street trash.
There is a passageway to the most evil place you can imagine. A gate behind which the demons wait to take back what was once theirs. And now, someone has opened the gate.
There's this weird tearing sound there. The decomposed corpse of her dead father.
Oh no.
tearing out hair by the handful.
I'm calling the police.
You got demons.
You mean you guys are serious about that demon stuff? Demons? What kind?
You've been bad.
They have opened the gate. Pray it's not too late.
Damn it!
At 7 p.m., County Memorial Hospital was placed under a Class 4 quarantine alert.
Never seen any strain of bacteria with a configuration like this.
It's not what's gotten into their patients that worries them. It's what's getting out.
Oh my God. It's one of a kind. I gotta get closer.
The entrances are completely sealed.
It's really happening?
Something big.
No one is permitted in or out until further notice.
Friday night. It's always like this.
Hurry, the little bugger's on its way!
The male paralyzes the victim by stinging. When those eggs hatch, you're gonna have a lot of hungry larvae.
Oh my God, you're still alive.
Trying to break into the hospital from below. Go on, move, go, get out of here!
The blue monkey's coming!
I said fire!
The Blue Monkey is coming.
David Jordan, what are you doing here?
It's giving birth.
And coming.
We still have a few bugs to iron out.
And still coming. Blue Monkey.
Sir? I am out of personal call. Do you mind? I'm sorry. You gotta make some changes. You lie on the floor, people are going to wipe their feet on you.
New York City. It's a jungle.
I'm affectionate.
Bonsoir and good evening, ladies. And all Denny wanted was someone to love.
The strays, they see you coming miles away. Dogs, alley cats, actors.
I am called Cat.
I like men.
Then, she met her perfect mate.
You are attracted to scum. All I want is someone to take care of.
I am a Pazatsky.
Oh.
You got the curse all over you, boy. It's sex. I can't do it, think about it, or even look at it. I turned into a monster.
Piece of cake. Honey, it won't change the way I feel about you.
No. You would have bet. Oh.
You either gotta get tough or you gotta get a gun.
Put your mouth where your mouth is. Kiss me, stir me up, prove to me that I'm wrong.
You look really, really awful. Don't stop me.
But what brings out the best in her brings out the beast in him. Falling in love can be very scary. My Demon Lover, starring Scott Valentine.
There was a man whose prison was a chair. The man had a monkey. They made the strangest pair.
What kind of experiment was it, Jeff? What did you do to Ella? What did you do to me?
The man was the prisoner. The monkey held the key.
You want to be the boss now, is that it? Stop it!
No matter how he tried, the man couldn't flee. Locked in his
his prison, terrified and frail.
Jeff, what is it? Jeff, she's here! She's down here!
The monkey gaining power, keeping him in jail.
Ella, no, don't do it!
The man tried to keep the monkey from his brain, but every move he made became the monkey's gain.
Did you do that, or did she?
She did it.
That's right. She did it.
The monkey ruled the man. It climbed inside his head. And now, as fate would have it, one of them is dead. Monkey Shines, an experiment in fear.
Do you remember the most terrifying night of your life? Well, steady your nerves.
Ah! You're white as a sheet.
And prepare yourself for a shock. Because if you were scared before...
I'm not really over it.
Imagine how scared you'll be now.
Welcome to Fright Night.
You could say that again, partner.
Yes, Fright Night, Part 2.
It's happening again.
Such a thing simply couldn't happen twice, Charlie.
Can I have a bite?
It is happening again.
Here come the vampires.
Got off the slab at the morgue just to be here tonight.
And there goes the neighborhood.
I can hardly go breaking into my neighbors' apartments, accusing them of being vampires.
That hurts.
They'll stop at nothing to get what they came for.
I'd kill for a cup of coffee.
Enjoy a delicious evening of thrills and chills. Come join in the devilish doings of Fright Night Part 2 as Roddy McDowell returns to do the job he does best.
I kill vampires.
Fright Night Part 2. You scream your head off.
10 years ago, on the night of October 31st, a small Midwestern town fell victim to an escaped killer. Under the cover of darkness, he carried out the most horrifying mass murder on record. 16 people in cold blood. Ever since that night, no one has forgotten his name. And Halloween has never been the same. Now, Michael Myers has come home. He has returned for one more night of unholy terror.
Michael!
He's here to kill that little girl and anybody who gets in his way.
Oh, God! Who's gonna be next?
Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers.
Maybe nobody knows how to stop him.
He knows it's out there. He knows it's waiting. You can't see it in the daytime. You can't escape it at night. It's not really alive. But it's not quite dead.
What's going on over there?
The whole unit's acting weird.
45 degrees in there. The bodies are on a roller coaster.
What's going on? Come on, let's get out of here.
What in the hell is going on here?
The bedroom! Don't go in the bedroom! We have to stop. Now, we can do it. I'm gonna need your help. Come on, jump! I can't!
Do you hear it? It's getting closer. Much closer. Don't be afraid. Be very, very afraid.
You can finish your father's work. You're as brilliant as he was.
Something odd is happening to me, and I don't know what it is.
It's getting worse.
I'm getting better.
The Fly 2. Like father, like son.
Good evening, Walnut Lake shoppers.
It's closing time,
The store will be closing in 15 minutes.
but the night crew still has work to do.
Oh my God, we're gonna get in so much trouble.
Because there's one last customer who isn't satisfied.
No, this creep keeps calling her. He's driving us nuts. Leave me alone.
He wants to slash their prices.
Who's there?
He wants to cut their inventory.
You're crazy!
In fact, he wants to chop until they all drop.
We saw him kill Rita.
Now, he's turning their retail store
There's gonna be one more killing here tonight.
into a wholesale slaughterhouse.
Brain hemorrhage.
I'm just crazy about this store.
Intruder.
Thank you for shopping at Walnut Lake Market.
Come on, Janky. It's checkout time.
Nobody's going to miss Max Janky, especially Detective Lucas McCarthy.
Glad you could make it, cop.
He was born bad and stayed that way. Nobody's going to miss Max Janky.
We sent 50,000 volts of juice through that scum. Looks pretty dead to me, Professor.
Because he hasn't gone anywhere.
Lucas, I'm coming back to tear your world apart.
You're dreaming.
I thought you were dead.
Damn it, Vinny, you scared me. I love you.
Vinny,
No!
I told you I'd be back.
If you thought Freddy was a howl
Funny thing happened to me on the way to the studio today.
and Jason was a scream,
I got a present for you.
wait till you meet Max.
Not even close.
He's a cut above the rest. The Horror Show.
This is just the beginning.
I have a petition here signed by 743 people against Norman Bates' release.
Madam, please sit down. This matter is being represented by the district attorney.
Norman was not convicted of murder. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity.
Don't you realize they're going to release a homicidal maniac?
You sit down, Mrs. Loomis.
It's all too obvious. Our courts protect the criminals, not their victims.
Norman Bates is judged, restored to sanity, and is ordered released forthwith.
It's 22 years later, and Norman Bates is coming home.
I own a motel not too far from here. And
And you'd be welcome to spend the night in one of the empty rooms if you'd like. Good night, Mary.
And he's back in business.
Who is this? My mother is dead. I'm telling you, there was a note on that wheel from my dead mother.
Norman, it couldn't be your mother. It had to be someone else.
But trust her. She would never do anything to hurt me. No. She'll kill you. I know she will.
Look out behind you!
No, I won't do that. You can't make me kill her.
22 years later, Norman Bates is home. Psycho 2.
It's starting again.
Years ago, audiences across America were horrified by the savagery of a faceless killer. In the wake of this bizarre rampage, he vanished. Now, after more than a decade of silence, he has come out of hiding. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. The Buzz is back. Directed by Tobe Hooper.
From the novel by Stephen King, creator of Carrie and The Shining, comes a chilling new tale. And it begins here.
Cujo? Cujo?
Cujo?
There's a new name for terror. Cujo. Directed by Louis Teague. Rated R.
A creature alive today has survived millions of years of evolution. It lives to kill. A mindless eating machine that will attack and devour anything. One terrified you like nothing you have ever experienced when it captured your imagination and tapped your fear like no movie before it. Then, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, two continued the legend and spread the fear. Next summer, nature's most terrifying creature takes on an all-new dimension in an all-new adventure. And for the first time, The terror of Jaws will not stop at the edge of the screen. Jaws 3D. The third dimension is terror.
With the first, you were too terrified to go back in the water. Just when you were starting to think it was safe, along came the second. Now, nature's most terrifying creature has returned in an all-new adventure. Jaws 3. A new dimension in terror. On the surface, all is calm.
It was a shark with a bite radius about a yard across.
Indicator, a shark of some 35 feet in length.
Sealed apart. Hear me? Sealed apart.
To experience Jaws 3
Quick, fight!
is to experience a new dimension in terror. The all-new Jaws 3.
Hello?
On a June night in 1980, Friday the 13th, 12 of her friends were murdered. Why should Friday the 13th, 1981 be any different? Friday the 13th, Part 2. The body count continues. 14.
You're all doomed. You're all doomed.
15.
God.
16.
Help!
17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23.
Sandra? Jeff?
The day you count on for terror is not over. Friday the 13th, Part 2.
Why would anybody watch a scum show like Videodrome? Why did you watch it, Max? Business reasons. Sure. What about the other reasons?
Max Wren is a victim.
I woke up with a headache.
He has been exposed to Videodrome.
I've been hallucinating for a while, ever since...
What?
Since I first saw Videodrome.
His brain is already receiving video images. I think that massive doses of Videodrome signal will ultimately produce and control hallucination to the point that it will change human reality. Soon, his visions will coalesce and become uncontrollable flesh. Videodrome is seducing Max Wren.
Please, come to me now. Come to Nikki.
And Max Wren can do nothing to stop it.
What makes you think I need help?
None of our test subjects has returned to normality.
Television can change your mind. Videodrome will change your body.
Long live the new flesh.
It will shatter your reality. Videodrome, starring Deborah Harry and James Woods. A shocking new vision from the creator of Scanners. Coming soon to a theater near you from Universal Pictures.
Everyone has a birthday they'll always remember.
Can we open my presents now, Mommy? A good guy! I knew it! I'm Chucky.
He's something, isn't he?
This is Andy's.
Time for bed, Andy. Good night, baby.
Good night, Aunt Maggie. Good night, Chucky.
Everyone knows most accidents happen at home.
How did that happen?
This is no accident.
Andy!
I'm Detective Mike Norris. Homicide.
Andy!
Miss Peterson's dead, Miss Barkley. She fell from the kitchen window.
Someone's moved in with the Barkley family. And so has terror.
Mommy, I know who is on the counter.
Andy!
Who, Andy?
Chucky.
Nobody believes you about Chucky. He came alive in my hand.
Oh, for God's sake.
Why won't you believe me?
Because I'm sane, Mrs. Barkley. Sane and rational.
No one believes the truth. Or lives to tell it. There's nothing nice about murder. And there's nothing innocent about child's play.
The vision is renewed. The power is reawakened. The fear is reborn. Because they have returned.
Time to play.
Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Brace yourself for terror you have never imagined.
And your suffering will be legendary even in hell.
And horrors you can never escape.
And you wanted to know. Now you know.
Last year, They brought hell to Earth. Now, they'll take you through hell. Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Time to play.
Stephen King, your favorite novelist and master of modern horror, has written his first motion picture screenplay. It combines all the elements of his creative imagination. Lovable pets, classic cars, quiet evenings, favorite films.
Kill the son of a... Good idea.
Adorable kids.
Help me! It's after me!
And of course, a monster or two. Experience a series of electrifying adventures as seen through Stephen King's Cat's Eye.
Where's your sense of humor?
Stephen King's Cat's Eye.
Three times before, you have felt the terror, known the madness, lived the horror. But this is the one you've been screaming for. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Jason is back. He moves like a shadow, dark and silent.
Sorry you changed your mind?
He never utters a word. He doesn't even seem to breathe.
Where the hell's the corkscrew?
He simply, mindlessly, mercilessly kills. But now, Jason's reign of terror is over. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Friday, April 13th, is Jason's unlucky day.
The house looks just like the one next to it. And the one next to that. And the one next to that. A young couple live in it.
Give Ken a kiss.
You are so obnoxious.
With their 3 children.
Of course, honey, chew each bite 10 times.
And something more.
They're here.
Sweetie, remember last night? Do you remember when you woke up and you said you were here?
Uh-huh.
Well, who did you mean? Who's here?
TV people.
Something's funny going on here next door. Something,
We were wondering if maybe you had experienced any disturbances lately.
What kind of disturbances?
I don't know. What
hovers over this house. I've never sensed anything like it.
That thing is in there with my baby.
There are hundreds.
Now Steven Spielberg crosses a frightening new threshold into a world within our own. Its form is revealed.
What is it?
Its focus is clear. And the games are over. Poltergeist. It knows what scares you.
Q is coming. Q is coming. Its name is Quetzalcoatl. Just call it Q. That's all you'll have time to say before it tears you apart. Q is coming.
For 10 centuries it has waited to be awakened, to be worshipped again like a god, to fill the skies, to cast its shadow over the earth, to release its fury. Today in New York City, the winged serpent rises. The winged serpent rules. The winged serpent. David Carradine.
This thing has been prayed back into existence.
Michael Moriarty.
It was big and there was something in it that looked like an egg. But it couldn't have been an egg. I mean, there aren't any eggs. I mean, there's no egg that big.
Richard Roundtree.
What I want to know is, how the hell does this tie in with the murders and the mutilations?
Candy Clark.
What are you going to do if someone dies tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day?
Well, I'm not going to think about it. You know, it won't be my fault. It'll be theirs if they don't give me what I want.
Money. $1 million in cash, tax-free.
They are searching.
Looking good.
Discovering. Believing. And preparing for the battle of 1,000 years.
Load tracer ammunition. Want to see the trajectory? Get those guys into the basket.
Okay, everybody hold their positions. Everybody stay right where you are, all right? Don't move.
Against the fantastic flying forces of a lost age.
You like saying a prayer?
Man against the winged serpent. Today in New York City, the winged serpent rules. The legend has come alive.
season of the witch, the night no one comes home.
You don't really know much about Halloween. Halloween. The barriers will be down between the real and the unreal. And the dead might be looking in. The last great one took place 3,000 years ago when the hills ran red.
Halloween, the children. You happen to know anything about this Cochran?
All I can tell you, mister, is watch out. He's watching you, friend, I guarantee you that.
Trick or treat, trick or treat.
Hey, Mr. Cochran, just what is the final process?
Fellas, I was just kidding.
Witchcraft. To us, it was a way of controlling our environment.
Hey!
Where are they taking her?
They're taking her to the factory.
I want a mask. Can I have a mask?
Just what I had in mind for you, little buddy. Why, Cochran? Why? Do I need a reason?
I've got nothing here to indicate there was ever a body at all.
Operator, this is an emergency.
I do love a good joke, and this is the best ever. A joke on the children. I'm glad you'll be able to watch it.
You've got to believe me!
They're going to kill us. All of us.
Stop it!
The world's going to change tonight, Doctor. Happy Halloween.
Stop it!
Halloween 3, season of the witch, the night no one comes home.
Season of the witch.
It was a night like any other night. Then something happened.
You see that?
Something different.
It's no shooting star.
Why here? Why now? Why clowns? They've been knocking him dead all over the universe.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
Soon they'll be doing it at a theater near you.
Killer clowns from outer space.
Pizza?
Maybe they're just cruising through the galaxy and stopped here for a bite to eat.
You don't need a police pal, you need a psychiatrist.
They want to play games? They're messing with the wrong guy.
What are you in for?
Killer clowns from outer space. It's crazy.
Now it begins.
Deep in the Appalachian Mountains, they say that an act of evil shall never go unpunished. There they tell of a creature who shall come from nowhere, born from the blood of the innocent, to hunt the guilty, and they call it Pumpkinhead. They are strangers here, and what began as harmless fun ended in tragedy. Anger.
What was an accident?
And revenge.
It's what you wanted.
You gonna stop?
He's gotta run his course.
Now the spell has been cast. The terror is loose. The horror is here. Pumpkinhead.
Terror Train.
Everybody take off your mask.
Hey, take it easy, man. What are you doing? Oh, my God.
Stay with your date.
I don't want to get back on that track. Nobody does.
Help! Please!
Nice gag.
Somebody help me! Help!
You'll die. At this temperature, you'll die. You'll die. You'll die.
Come on, Mo! Come on! No! Oh, no! No!
For the students aboard, it's going to be the one party to end them all.
They're always walking out of my parties. But this time, you can't.
Do you believe in magic?
My last big college party.
It's a joke. Goddamn practical joke.
The scream in the night isn't the train. It's the terror at your throat. Terror Train.
I don't want to get back on that track.
This is a house where no one should live.
Woman lived here before you was nuts. Wouldn't be surprised if someone just got fed up and offered her.
She was my aunt.
Heart of gold, though.
Roger Cobb has come here alone.
Daddy?
But no one is ever alone in the house.
This house knows everything about you. Leave while you can. No!
It has been waiting for him.
Hi.
Sandy.
Now, it wants you. Horror has found a new home. House. Enter at your own risk. Of all the planets in the galaxy, they chose ours. They hide in small places.
This phone is dead.
What?
They light the dark.
Jay, any luck?
Just a minute.
There's nothing cute about them. They've come a long way, and they're hungry. Critters. They bite. From the depths of the earth, through the shrouded mist, it is coming, the final phase of an accident of nature.
Nothing human can have this in its veins and live.
It is unexplainable, unbelievable, and uncontrollable. You can't see it in the darkness, or hear it in the silence, but you can feel its presence and sense the danger. Mutant.
Don't go out there.
Its time has come. Mutant. Any one of us could be one of them. There is no place left to run. Nowhere left to hide. And there is no escape.
We're gonna get out of here, you understand me? We're gonna get out.
No! Mankind's deadliest threat would not come from the skies. Mutant.
Did you ever wonder what it would be like to be one of the last people on Earth?
We're talking Ghost Town!
Who would you see?
There's nobody. I mean, there's nobody.
What would you do?
Hey, I'm sorry if the end of the world makes me a little nervous.
Where would you go?
The stars are open!
Well, get ready to find out, because the comet is coming into your orbit.
The legal drinking age is now 10, but you will need ID. Let's be real.
It's the night of the comet.
What do you give me if I come back?
Texas?
Night of the comet.
I'll be taking requests from all you teenage comet zombies.
The night the teenagers ruled the world.
Yeah!
Night of the comet.
The burden of civilization is on us.
Bitchin', isn't it?
Steven Spielberg presents Gremlins. Billy Peltzer has a nice home.
Billy, is that you?
Yeah, Mom, it's me.
A nice job. A nice girl.
If you're not doing anything this Thursday night, maybe you'd like to go out on a date with me?
I'd love to.
And loving parents who are about to give him
You're gonna like this. No, don't shake it. We're gonna have to open it now. It won't wait till Christmas.
the most unusual gift he ever got.
What is it?
No.
It's your new pet.
Come on, Barney, be a good dog. My dad gave it to me.
But there are a few things to keep in mind If you expose it to the light, you may hurt it. If you get it wet, it will multiply.
All that from water? They got wet?
Yeah, plain water.
And most important, no matter how much they beg, never, never let them eat after midnight. Because when they do, they change.
Rafe.
They become clever, mischievous,
What's going on here?
and dangerous.
Gremlins, huh? Little monsters.
Right.
Hundreds of them.
Well, I don't know, maybe thousands.
They've been here too. Billy, what are these things? Where do they come from?
Look, I know it sounds crazy, I know. But in a few hours, you're gonna have a major disaster on your hands.
Gremlins, directed by Joe Dante. They'll be expecting you.
The kids of Elm Street don't know it yet, but something is coming to get them.
There's something out there, isn't there?
We just see cuts happening.
What did that, Lieutenant?
I don't know.
What's the coroner got to say? He's in the jar and puking since he saw it.
They're gonna kill me for sure.
Did you do it?
There was somebody else there.
He was locked in a room with a girl who went in alive and came out in a rubber bag.
No one knows where it came from or who it will visit next.
Nancy, there's something wrong with you. You're imagining things.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
No!
She's the only one who can stop it. If she fails,
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
no one will survive. From Wes Craven, director of The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left, a new masterpiece in fantasy terror, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Warning. We interrupt this presentation with the following urgent message regarding the stuff. If you see it in stores, call the police. If you have it in your home, don't touch it. Get out. The stuff is a product of nature, a deadly living organism. It is addictive and destructive. It can overcome your mind and take over your body. And nothing can stop it.
Are you prepared to say on the air that you've actually seen people devoured by the stuff?
Tonight, America is in grave danger.
It's gonna kill you! It's gonna kill you all!
The stuff. You have been warned.
Michael and Sam have just moved to Santa Carla, California.
They're about to discover its secret.
Notice anything unusual about Santa Carla yet?
No. It's a pretty cool place. If you're a Martian.
Or a vampire.
So where are you? The flying nun?
I'm your brother, Sammy. Help me!
Stay back! Stay back!
What's happening to me, Star? Get yourself a good sharp steak. Drive it right through his heart.
You're a vampire, Michael. My own brother, a damn blood-sucking vampire. Oh, you wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
When a vampire buys it, it's never a pretty sight.
Michael, they're coming! Oh, shit!
It began in May. And every month after that, whenever the moon was full, it happened again. And again.
What was that? It's over there. Don't point that at me.
Nobody knew who or what was responsible.
Come on.
They only knew it had to be stopped. Now, from the master of mystery and suspense, Stephen King's Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet, the last glimmering hope. First came the night, then came the dawn. Now comes the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history. George A. Romero's Day of the Dead.
We've been punished by the Creator. He visited a curse.
Hello! Is anyone there?
For the few remaining, their only hope of survival is to find a cure.
You're wasting time trying to define what's happening.
But the odds are against them.
We're in the minority now. Something like 400,000 to 1 by my calculations.
And so is Captain Rhodes.
Anybody else have any questions about the way things are going to run around here from now on?
Their one chance is Bub.
It's working on instinct. A deep, dark, primordial instinct.
But their time is running out.
They can be fooled, don't you see? They can be tricked into being good little girls and boys. The same way we were tricked into it and promised some reward to come.
But when the tricks wouldn't work,
They're actually learning.
their world fell apart.
Let him go! God damn it! I'll cut you in half.
Shoot that woman or you're dead.
It wasn't very nice, you know. That wasn't very nice at all. You can just sit there in the dark and think about what you've done. Think about it. Think.
The dead shall have their day. Day of the Dead.
Extraordinary, isn't it?
Someone is coming back to Elm Street. He is not friendly. He is not patient.
Kill for me.
And he is not a welcome visitor. But he has something terribly special for the new kid on the block.
It started to happen again. Dad! I'm in trouble. You've had some scary dreams, okay? Help!
Daddy can't help you now.
There's something inside him.
Fight him! You're not afraid of him. He doesn't even exist.
Freddy Krueger is back on Elm Street.
Get out of here, Lisa! Jesse, fight him!
Watch out for him. He'll be in your neighborhood soon. A Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 2.
You are all my children now.
Freddy's Revenge.
Anyone in close proximity has the same dream.
What is it?
A secret that can no longer be kept. It started a month ago.
What started?
A change in the earth and the sky. His power.
There's a weird locking mechanism. Looks like it can only be opened from the inside.
A life form is growing out of prebiotic fluid. It's not winding down into disorder. It's self-organizing. It's becoming something. What?
Who to call when you have ghosts. But who do you call when you have monsters?
We're the Monster Squad. What's a squad? It's like Miami Vice, I think.
They're young and inexperienced.
Naughty virgin.
They're a bit disorganized.
Monsters are not real.
We don't know that, sir.
2,000-year-old dead guys do not get up and walk away by themselves.
But when strange things start happening in town...
There's a monster in my closet.
Ooh, look at that big, scary monster!
What's happening? You wait till the werewolf.
Silver bullet?
They're the only ones ready to do battle.
Somebody's out there that's killing people. And if it's monsters, nobody's gonna do a thing about it but us.
Soon the creatures of the night shall rule the world.
Real monsters? Us? Midnight. In the world, remember? Maybe we can be like Mask Squad and Stitch, you know? 2 mask bombs.
We got 1035. Stitch back up. Hurry up!
Or Nature Squad. The book is right. Don't you see it's all true?
By midnight,
You guys!
they won't seem so young anymore. The Monster Squad.
Wolfman's gone mad.
These are the signs of warning, symbols of danger. Some are all too familiar. This one signals the most ominous threat of all. By the time you see it, it may already be too late.
I've got a warning flag.
This is not a drill. Leave the building. No one in or out.
God Almighty. How many dead?
You didn't see a thing, you understand? Who are you trying to protect?
Pray for the people trapped inside. Pray they never get out. Warning sign. Sam Waterston, Kathleen Quinlan.
Something's coming. Something fierce. Something frightening. Something furry. The most popular home video stars of 1986 are back. And Grover's Bend is bursting at the seams with terror. Critters 2, the main course, is coming on video cassette, and your customers will be to get their hands on it.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Critters 1 recently scored high ratings in prime-time syndication across the country, and this blend of high-tech horror and off-the-wall wit is just what they're screaming for. Critters 1 was the appetizer, but they'll break down your doors for Critters 2, the main course. Rolling your way for Halloween, only from RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video.
They broke into the mall for the wildest all-night party of their lives.
They're dead meat.
But you're never alone in the chopping mall.
What's that?
Robot blood.
Chopping mall, where shopping costs you an arm and a leg.
I think you're making a mistake. I think you really want to talk to me.
Sorry, I have 3 other interviews to do before this party's over.
Yeah, but they're not working on something that'll change the world as we know it.
They say they are.
Yeah, but they're lying.
There is a limit, even to the imagination.
Human teleportation, molecular decimation, breakdown, and reformation is inherently purging.
Where our greatest creations meet our deepest fears.
Something went wrong, Seth. When you went through, something went wrong.
You are about to go beyond that limit.
Those weird hairs that were growing out of your back, I had them analyzed. But they were definitely not human.
If you saw how scared and angry and desperate he is.
I'm sure Typhoid Mary was a very nice person, too, when you saw her socially.
No!
You're afraid to be destroyed and recreated, aren't you?
You're changing, Seth. Everything about you is changing.
Oh, no. What's happening to me? Am I dying?
I want to know what's going on.
What does the disease want?
Wants to turn me into something else.
Oh, no.
A fly got into the transmitter pod with me that first time when I was alone.
Don't go back to it. It could be contagious.
I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Help me. Please, help me.
This is between me and Jason. Jason belongs in hell, and I'm gonna see he gets there.
Jason's alive. We dug up his body. You gotta do something.
No one in Forest Green wants to be reminded of what that maniac did here. That's why we changed the name. People want to forget this was Crystal Lake.
Just because our parents keep telling us that Jason was only a legend doesn't mean it wasn't true. What if he did come back here? Looking for the camp counselor that caused him to drown his wife.
Darren, we better turn around.
Why?
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
It's a bad time, this time of year.
How many times is he gonna tell this story?
Oh, let him tell it. I love fairy tales.
This ain't no fairy tale, little girl. If you don't take it seriously, you're a fool!
The first Valentine's dance in 20 years has to be something special.
Look, Landers, you gotta get a lot of exercise if you're gonna grapple with Gretchen.
Oh, yeah? Well, I got a Valentine for her that she's never gonna forget.
Right to the heart, huh?
In this town on Valentine's Day, everybody loses their heart.
Roses are red, violets are blue. One is dead, and so are you.
It can't be happening again.
No!
It can't be happening again.
What's going on over in Valentine Bluffs? It looks like Harry Warden's back in town.
It happened once. It happened twice. Cancel the dance or it'll happen twice.
In the town of Valentine Bluffs, there are many ways to die.
Bloody Valentine.
I shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart. This man, he's not human.
Universal Pictures presents Halloween 2, More of the Night He Came Home.
Who is it?
There was nothing within him, neither conscience nor reason, that wasn't even remotely human.
This is some kind of a joke? I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight.
You don't know what death is.
Janet, go tell Mr. Garrett we're having trouble with the phones.
There is no place to hide. He will always find you.
What's this? It's a Celtic word. It means the Lord of the Dead.
Mr. Garrett?
Halloween 2, More of the Night He Came Home.
It's 1987. Do you know where Freddy is? There's no waking up from this nightmare. A Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 3, Dream Warrior.
Starts Friday, February 27th at a theater near you. Consult local listing.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 3, Freddy's back.
That was great. If you've seen 1 and 2, you have to see number 3. Totally bizarre. A total nightmare.
It was better than all of them combined.
Freddy's a nut.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 3, Dream Warriors, rated R.
Now playing at a theater near you.
Beneath the city of New York are living catacombs, an endless maze of subterranean tunnels, unfit for anything human, unauthorized for anything experimental,
Hold it! There's something moving up ahead at the top!
and unlikely to bring anyone down there. So, they're coming up. Chud. Chud, check your basement and your bathroom. Keep off the street and try to hide. But remember, the dark is their place. The night is their time. And tomorrow, the only things living in the city of New York will be Chud. Chud. Cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers. Chud. They're not staying down there.
anymore.
Somewhere in the Australian outback, he's waiting.
Something big scared him away.
Like what?
I don't know. But it was huge. It was as big as a rhino.
Jake Cullen, the obsessed hunter, determined to stop it.
To come to the waterhole to drink.
Jake, get some help. Andy...
No, he's mine.
We're both owners.
Animal campaigner?
And dumped at the Pet Pack Cannery 8 miles west of here.
The American animal campaigner who got more than the story she bargained for.
Don't rub her up! She wasn't very popular around here.
What'd you do to my wife, Benny?
And the crazed brothers who protected their own secrets at all costs.
You ask too many bloody questions, you know that?
Do you know what happened to him?
Razorbacks.
Carl Winters searching for the answers.
Godless vermin.
He's only got 2 states of being. Dangerous or dead.
That boar destroyed his life.
Now, listen, Bill, you're in the middle of bugger all here, so for Christ's sake, don't go walkabout. We'll never find you. Now, we'll be back in 5 or 6 hours.
Gregory Harrison, in his first major motion picture, running for his life.
If you're gonna do it, just bloody do it.
Hello?
Come on, man, shoot me! You finished the kangaroo off! Shoot me!
Produced by Hal McElroy from Australia's hottest new director, Russell Mulcahy. Razorback.
He's only got 2 states of being.
Dangerous or dead. Razorback.
Hello?
Smith.
Hey, are you weird or...
place, son. It's a lot bigger than that condo in Venice. And you won't be sleeping on the living room sofa.
You know, David, it's a good thing your school didn't let out last week. We had a lot of excitement around here. We had 3 police cars, an ambulance, a fire engine, and a TV cameraman from one of the stations.
What happened? A fire?
No. Hank Jordan, the guy who lived there, just went crazy or something. Maybe you should sit down. We seem to have a problem.
What is it?
Listen, please.
He seems to think that what happened at the Jordan house is going to happen here.
It comes in through the wires. I saw it. And that night that you were gone, I felt it.
Wait a minute. Come on now. Let's slow down. You felt what?
They've defied evolution for 300 million years. But now, they're changing.
Is it them?
The Nest.
Enter another world.
We just hanging around this slaughterhouse waiting for our turn. Sir, the power's down all over the prison.
Where something is trapped in the dark.
Something grab hold of me.
Some things just won't stay buried.
It's something evil.
I summon the creature of darkness.
It's something inhuman.
What's happening in there?
And it's waiting for someone
Come forth and show yourself.
to open the door. Now the evil is loose, and there is no escape.
Not a pleasant place to spend one's life, is Miss Walker.
Prison.
My brother was murdered. How do you know? Saw it in a nightmare.
Richard Westford is on the edge.
What's he doing? He's hypnotizing him.
What do you see, Richard?
He's losing control of his life.
This just came in. It's Richard Westford's rap sheet.
And he may be losing his mind.
Johnny didn't kill himself. Saw it last night in the nightmare.
The city is being terrorized by a new Jack the Ripper.
Some theorize that Jack the Ripper was a medical man. I believe that would also apply in this case.
Now Richard is the suspect.
Please say when you told them that you could identify the murderer.
They didn't believe me.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna find him.
Time is running out. A manhunt is closing in. And he is the only one who can stop the Ripper from killing again. Jack's back.
It's 11:45. Let's go.
Imagine, if you will, an exhibit in fear.
It looks a little spooky, boys. Do you think we should do this?
A place that appeals to your deepest and darkest fantasies.
Ooh, scary.
Your fascination with ghosts, monsters, and the many unearthly elements of the supernatural.
Welcome to the Vetsvar.
Look.
Now this is killer.
Enjoy.
Wow, the glasses from Nutty Zombies from Hell.
Lose yourself in it.
Would you like a closer look?
Really?
But whatever you do, don't step over the rope.
Welcome, my dear. We thought you were too tired to join us.
All right, I'm hypnotized.
Hey, not so fast.
Relax. Put on a cup of coffee. We'll talk about it.
I want out of here, Sarah. I'm serious.
Getting scared?
Do I get a pretty woman in my illusion? No. No, I get a dork.
It isn't real.
Bravo! What the hell did you kill him for? He'd have been perfect.
Live, my children. Live.
Hit me! We still need 2 more!
Vestron Pictures welcomes you into a new dimension in terror. Waxwork.
There's a place in every neighborhood.
I dare you to show me the house.
A place shrouded in mystery.
There's this old house. Been deserted for years. Yeah, it'll be a hoot exploring it.
Well, let's go for it.
A place that begs a dare.
No, maybe we should just stay outside.
Come on, it's just an old house.
Most of the time, it's just an imaginary fright.
It'd be weird to find a dead body under this.
But sometimes, it can be horrifyingly real.
Where did you last see Wendy?
What was it?
I don't know, but something's gonna kill us all.
Something is watching. Something is waiting. Waiting until they're alone. Waiting until they're terrified.
You come any closer, I'll kill you!
They can try to run. to hide. But there is no escape.
I think we're safe now.
From H.P. Lovecraft's The Unnameable.
From Wes Craven, director of A Nightmare on Elm Street, comes a story of the forbidden world between life and death.
There's a door to the mystical. And you just walk through it.
Somebody brought him back from the grave. And I want to know how they did it.
Death is not the end. I'll take your soul. You think you can take these people's secrets and just walk away?
In the shadows of the imagination lies the ultimate nightmare.
Don't let them bury me. I'm not dead.
The Serpent and the Rainbow.
Within this old house live two residents. One of them is John Russell, composer, professor. The other has been dead for over 70 years.
Claire, I'd like to talk to you about the house.
Did you die in this house? How did you die?
Whatever it is trying desperately to communicate. What is it in that house, Claire? What is it doing? Why is it trying to reach me?
It's a hand. Senator, I'm John Russell. I'm living in your house. Senator, look, I want to show him that.
You've got something of the senator's. He wants it back.
John?
What is it you want?
What do you want from me?
Many films will frighten you, but only a few can really terrify you. The Changeling, an experience beyond total fear.
Columbia Pictures presents Chuck Norris, the master fighter of our time. Now he must face an indestructible man in one final showdown that will push him to his limits and beyond. Chuck Norris in Silent Rage, rated R. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
Ship composition unknown. Probable origin Earth's moon.
The crew of the space shuttle Camelot has just brought back a little present from the moon.
Organic remains, human.
He's 14,000 years old.
Tissue reconstruction.
And now, it is free again. To seek.
There's something in the corridor.
To hunt.
Something huge. Keep it together. Keep it together.
To kill.
We want to establish contact.
It's Caesar. Give us a sign.
Get the son of a...
Out of the darkness.
What the hell have we got here, Jason?
It called him to set it free.
A base. And we're being invited in.
Argo team, do you read me?
Please respond.
She's alive.
Something pulling me out of orbit. I'm going down.
Seems like they never learn.
In outer space, on the outer limits, one man from our time, one woman from another.
We're in their ship. That's what we are. Spare parts.
Together, they must face the ultimate challenge. Moontrap. The wait is over. Starring Star Trek's Walter Koenig and Evil Dead's Bruce Campbell.
It's known that Vanadine has conducted classified biological research for the National Security Organization. Any reason for our viewers to be concerned?
None whatsoever. Although the research animals which were kept here have been destroyed, absolutely no toxic elements have been released into...
Who escaped? GH3.
The dog?
And one of the Oxcoms. Are the Oxcom and the dog still telepathically linked? On a biofrequency that only the Oxcom can receive.
Travis Cornell made a new friend today. And it may just cost him his life.
The dog was like a homing device. The creature, a search and destroy missile.
You know what happened to Tracy's, don't you?
Travis had a dog. No pets.
Travis, is that you?
Can't you control it? It's got to be stopped.
GH3? They're called. You're a research animal. That's why you're so smart.
They created the perfect killer.
As long as he's with the dog, his life is in danger.
Now, how are they going to stop it?
It's up to you, isn't it? I stay, you die. And I say we make a stand right here, right now.
Corey Haim stars in Watchers. From the best-selling science fiction thriller by Dean R. Koontz.
John Carpenter's The Fog.
This is KB Antonio Bay. Stevie Wayne here, and let me be the first to wish Antonio Bay a happy birthday. We're 100 years old today, and keep a watch out for that fog bank heading in from the east.
100 years ago, between midnight and 1, something unknown came out of the fog. Now it has returned.
Oh, Jesus.
100 years ago, between midnight and 1, something unnatural came out of the fog. Now it has returned. 100 years ago, between midnight and 1, something evil came out of the fog. Now it has returned.
Who's there?
fog.
Antonio Bay has a curse on it. We're all cursed.
There's no water getting here, but something awful cold, Dana.
I think I'll go to Vancouver now.
Where's the fog now?
Well, it should be right outside my door now.
Oh, there's something different about this fog. Dan, stay away from the door! Someone listen to me!
Get inside and lock your doors. Close your windows. There's something in the fog. Stay away from the fog. From the creator of Halloween, the ultimate experience in terror and suspense. John Carpenter's The Fog, starring Adrienne Barbeau, Jamie Lee Curtis, John Houseman, Janet Leigh as Kathy Williams, and Hal Holbrook as Father Malone. The Fog. What you can't see won't hurt you. It will kill you. Between midnight and 1, it will find you.
It lives 50 feet beneath the streets. It's 36 feet long. It weighs over 2,000 pounds. And it's about to break out.
You're looking at the one who saw it. And it was big.
You said it was dark. Now, perhaps you were mistaken. An alligator half that size would starve in a week.
He kept coming up with some garbage about alligators in the sewers.
Alligators in the sewers?
Once it escaped, there was no way to stop it.
No! No! The safety of the public is my job.
It could be anywhere.
There he is.
Ready to attack at any moment.
You know, I've seen what this animal can do. You'd better take all the help you can get.
Keep coming. At first, no one believed it. Now, no one will forget it. Alligator.
This is the one you've been waiting for.
What's happening to me?
Your psychokineses and these delusions are...
You're not listening to me!
The one you've been asking for.
Hey, Tina, isn't this the way they wear their jackets back in the mental hospital?
Concentrate. Concentrate, Tina!
The one you've been dying for.
You people give me the creeps.
Okay, you big hunk of a man, come and get me.
Jason is back. But this time, someone is waiting.
Jason? Hey, don't go in there!
Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Opening Friday, May 13th, the deadliest day of the year.
There goes the neighborhood.
I don't suppose they told you anything in Denver about the tragedy we had up here during the winter of 1970? I hired a man named Charles Grady as the winter caretaker. From what I've been told, I mean, he seemed like a completely normal individual. But at some point during the winter, he must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
Well, you can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me.
That's right.
Mom, do you really want to go and live in that hotel for the winter?
Sure I do. It'll be lots of fun.
The only thing that can get a bit trying up here during the winter is the tremendous sense of isolation.
Is there something bad here?
I fear you will have to deal with this matter in the harshest possible way.
I believe that I killed you and Danny.
You did this to him, didn't you?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains. Here's Johnny.
Road games.
What the hell?
The truck driver plays games. The hitchhiker plays games.
Aren't you kind of young to be hitchhiking out here all by yourself?
Aren't you kind of old to be picking me up?
And a killer is playing the deadliest game of all.
Oh, he's just killed a girl.
Did he make love to her first?
I don't know. What's the difference?
It makes a lot of difference. I think in order to play the game properly, we have to know what he thinks of women.
Stacy Keach is Quid.
No, it's Q-U-I-D. D is in death, the young girls, you cretin.
Jamie Lee Curtis is Hitch.
Attic and camera.
Now you're looking for a little adventure.
I could go to Disneyland for a little adventure, but I'm looking for is a little excitement.
Road games. Across 1,600 miles of desert highway, they're playing games of violence and sudden death. Road games.
It's my game.
Okay, Sherlock.
If someone doesn't stop soon, there won't be anyone left alive to play. Road games.
possessed by the spirits of the book is through the act of bodily dismemberment.
I don't care what happens to her. She's your girlfriend. You take care of her.
What would you do if you accidentally discovered the house next door was occupied by something not human? Something horrifying. Something unspeakably evil. No one believes you.
Mom, I didn't have a nightmare.
Not your mom.
They did kill a girl over there.
Not your girlfriend.
Charlie, is this some sort of a trick to get me back?
Not even the police.
Look, I know it's crazy. I know that, but look, Lieutenant!
It knows that you know. You'll do anything to protect yourself. But it will do anything to protect its secret. Fright Night. If you love being scared, this could be the night of your life.
It haunts our cities. It's here. In this house. Now, it wants them. And before they knew it was happening, it had already begun.
What was that?
House sounds.
Jumping at shadows. Flinching at noises. Wondering what's real. All of it is real.
Everything is gonna be okay!
If it doesn't scare you to death, it will find another way. Of unknown origin.
Do you know what terror is?
Hello.
Do you live here?
Nobody lives here.
Real terror. How long has it been since you've been on Elm Street? Welcome to a brand new nightmare. He is is the first in fear.
Will you help me? I'm sorry, can someone help me, please?
Second to none.
Don't let them put you to sleep.
He has no mercy. And no equal.
Now no one sleeps.
Get ready. This August, your wildest dreams will come true.
How sweet, fresh meat.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 4. The Dream Master.
Cordially invites you to a party to end all parties.
Craziest party that could ever be. Don't turn on the lights, cause I don't want to see.
April Fool.
Welcome to my home and lifestyles of the rich and undeserving. Wrong one.
Cheers.
Join 8 privileged guests who are just dying to have fun.
Wow, what is this, the bridal suite? You like it?
The ladies.
I find a use for it.
The gentlemen.
We did, on the first date.
The young.
Well, basically, I possess an essential lack of seriousness.
And the restless.
You are such a jerk.
Everyone is having such a good time. It's scary.
Is something wrong?
Radio is blasting. Someone's knocking at the door. I've seen so many things I never seen. Don't know what it is. I don't want to see no more.
April Fool's Day. Get ready to party till you drop. Rated R. Starts Thursday, March 27th at a theater near you.
"4 years ago, in this quiet forest, in this cozy cabin, something happened. Something so frightening. Something so deadly. Something so evil. We prayed it would never happen again. Now, from the creator of Evil Dead, comes Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn.
We are here today to bear witness to the execution of Horace Pinker, whose unspeakable atrocities have horrified the people of this great state. He stands convicted of 52 counts of aggravated assault, 23 counts of armed robbery, and 37 counts of murder in the first degree. Prisoner, have any final words?
Yeah. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
I don't think he's dead. Contact. He's among you.
Now, Wes Craven brings you his greatest creation.
No more!
Shocker.
On October 2nd, at 6:45 a.m., mass murderer Horace Pinker was put to death.
Now, he's really mad.
From Wes Craven, creator of the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Shocker. Rated R. Starts Friday at a theater near you. From Wes Craven,
Don't let him take your soul.
Come on.
director of the original Nightmare on Elm Street,
Come on, Cat.
comes his most terrifying creation.
No more!
100,000 volts of pure evil. Shocker.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Rated R. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
By this guy who picked up hitchhiking.
Do you believe me?
Do I look like a killer to you? Don't you know who he is? My mother told me never to do this. What are you looking at me like that for?
The terror starts the moment he stops. The Hitcher.
What in the dickens is going on around here?
Who was driving it?
I don't know.
Curtis! It's coming after us! What is going on?
I don't know! You want a war? You got one.
I just want to get the hell out of here.
Please don't let us be in the dark. Help me!
You're going to get us in an awful lot of trouble, man.
We already in trouble.
Maximum terror.
Jesus coming and he is.
Maximum King.
Maybe tomorrow will be our world again.
Dino De Laurentiis presents Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive.
It was an experiment that tampered with nature's most basic laws. It went terribly wrong. It was buried 5 miles down. Now, a crew of undersea miners is about to stumble upon this terrifying secret.
Shack to 7. What's going on out there, Williams?
My God, are you picking this up?
Look at that. Leviathan.
Currently with a Russian fleet in the Baltic Sea.
Currently it's rusted junk and we're looking at it. What's your air reading?
20 minutes.
Do something quick.
We've lost him. My crew's in jeopardy.
But you have no proof.
I'm ordering you to start an emergency medical evacuation.
What if it turns out to be nothing?
Help me. That's already killed one man.
My rebreather stopped. I'm losing compression. I can't breathe.
Whatever got Six-Pack and Bowman, it's still here.
I feel something. Somebody's alive in here.
What's going on?
Six-Pack. Six-Pack, answer.
Don't go in there. Don't touch anything.
What are you trying to tell us, Doc?
It absorbs the intelligence of its victims.
Thank goodness you're still alive.
When are you coming?
I say we protect ourselves.
Leviathan.
Three miles below the surface.
That ship was sunk on purpose.
8 people are about to discover.
We haven't deserted you.
They are expendable. Leviathan, rated R. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere. Nothing like it has ever been on Earth before. We cannot see it, but it sees the heat of our bodies and the heat of our fear. It kills for pleasure. It hunts for sport. But this time, it's picked the wrong man to hunt. He is the ultimate warrior. If he is to destroy it, he must become more than a man, more than an animal. He must become the very spirit of the Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. Soon the hunt will begin.
If it had a mind, you could reason with it. If it had a face, you could look it in the eye. If it had a body, you could shoot it. Now, man is no longer the supreme being on this planet.
The organism is growing at a geometric rate. By all accounts, it's at least 1,000 times its original mass.
Nobody believes me about what happened tonight.
What did happen?
I want that organism alive.
I think you pissed it off.
The Blob. Terror has no shape.
Some say the world will end by fire. Others say it will end by ice. Now, somewhere in the Antarctic, the question is being settled forever. John Carpenter's The Thing. Coming this summer from Universal Pictures.
something. We found something. We found something.
12 men have just discovered something. For 100,000 years, it was buried in the snow and ice. Now it has found a place to live. Inside. Where no one can see it, or hear it, or feel it.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won.
You guys gonna listen to Gary? He can be one of those things!
Audiences and critics agree. Aliens is the wild roller coaster ride moviegoers have been waiting for all summer.
That's right outside the door.
The best action film of the year. Unbelievably exciting. Sheer exhilaration. Fasten your seatbelts for the ultimate summer action film. Aliens will blow you through the back wall of the theater. Sigourney Weaver. Aliens. Now playing everywhere.